Hello. What is going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream. We're going to have a great time today answering as many questions as possible. Make sure you guys smash the like button as you enter today's stream. Helps out the stream a ton. Helps that a lot more people can find today's stream. So let's get into it. We begin. Burrow or Fields? Chubb, Godwin, or Evans at the flex? Fields is out, so we're going to go Burrow. Then we're going to go Evans. Evans at the flex. Sup, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day. Palmer or Sutton? I'm going Palmer. Juju or Palmer? Juju. Everett or Komet? I'm going Komet. Even with who's the backup? Simeon under center. All right. Officially active: Gus Edwards, Demarcus Robinson, Devin Duvernay, Logan Thomas. Officially inactive: Justin Fields, Jamar Chase, Raheem Mostert, and James Robinson. What's up, Nick? Start Aaron Jones or Damian Pierce. I'm starting Aaron Jones, and then or Juju. Oh, I'm going Juju. White or P. Ryan? White. Jimmy G or Mike White? Jimmy G. Lazard or Olave? Chicago. Carter or Algier? Carter. Rashad White or P. Ryan? Rashad White. Hey, what's up, Don? How you doing, man? Pierce or P. Ryan? P. Ryan. Then start 2, DK, Pittman. Palmer and DK for me. Pick 1, Demont, Gibson, or Rashad. I'm probably going to go Rashad White, but I like Demont as well. What's up, Nick? What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Cooper, London, DJ Moore, Cooks. Going to go with the first 2. What's up, Nick? What's up, Raspberry? Everything. How you doing, man? P. Ryan, James Robinson out. Pickens, Foreman, or Alan Lazar. We're going to go P. Ryan. Good morning, NorCal, bro. Good morning. I'm going to try to get out the gate hot, answering a bunch of questions. So please make sure that you guys hit the like button. Obviously, typically things start to slow down a little bit once everyone spams the questions. So make sure that you guys hit the like button. It helps the stream a ton. So pick 1, Josh Jacobs, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Nick Chubb. So the problem here is Josh Jacobs is expected to play, but he doesn't play until 4, and he has the Q tag. He went on the question. Let me just fucking fix my camera because it's out of focus. But he got the Q tag weirdly on Friday, which does somewhat concern me. Now, again, I'm not saying that he's going to miss, but that is at least a little bit concerning to me. I'm probably just going to go with Jeff Wilson Jr. Paris Campbell, Samaje, P. Ryan, Foreman, Boyd, or Gus Bus. I'm going P. Ryan. Pacheco over Boyd or Curtis Samuel. I would start Pacheco over Curtis Samuel. Pick 1, Jacobs. Yeah, I already answered that one. Rashad White, Marquise Brown, or P. Ryan in the flex, full point PPR. Great question. So something I want to talk about today is Hollywood Brown. So Hollywood is expected to play. The biggest issue with Samaje P. Ryan is the fact that, not Samaje P. Ryan, the biggest issue with Hollywood Brown is that he's expected to play, but they're saying he might be on some type of a snap count, meaning he's not going to be playing the full amount of snaps that you'd be used to back when he was fully healthy. So when he's fully healthy, basically, he was out there all the time. I don't know the exact number of snaps, right? Guys go in and out of points. So it's not like he's playing 100% of the snaps, but you get what I'm saying. He's out there a majority of the time. Now, it's entirely possible that Hollywood Brown comes out today and is playing significantly less than that. They let him go a drive. And they're like, you know what? Let's try to kind of ease him in, take him out, throw him back in. And it becomes one of those situations where it's incredibly frustrating for fantasy football players. Now, I could be completely wrong. Hollywood Brown could go out there, torch the fuck out of the Chargers defense, have a fantastic day. But ultimately, that's not kind of what I see happening in the first game back. So I'm going with Rashad White. What's good, Nick? What's good, man? How are you doing? What's good, Steven? Pick 3, please. Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, Jeff Wilson, Aaron Jones. I'm going Terry, DK, and Jeff Wilson. What's up, Duder? What's up, Rubio? How you doing? Yo, what's up, Brendan? Pick 1, Njoku, Dulcich, or Morel. I'm going Njoku. Kamara against Tough Niners defense or Godwin. I'm still going Kamara. Good morning. What's up? What's up, NorCal, bro? How you doing? I already answered that one. Full PPR, Evans or Lockett. I'm going Evans. Happy Thanksgiving, Nick. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Eric. Needing a flex spot filled, Burks or Curtis Samuel. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you. I'm going Burks. What's up, Carcast? How you doing? Pick 2, 1 wide receiver and 1 flex, full PPR. Pittman, Olave, Murray, P. Ryan. We're going to go Olave and P. Ryan. Start Higbee, knee with no Stafford, or Hurst. I'm still going Higbee. I think Stafford's done for the season, guys. Just so you're aware, if you have him on your team and you're thinking, do I hold him? Do I not hold him? My best suggestion is probably to cut him. I don't think he's going to play again. Why would they roll him out there? The team has, off the top of my head, 3 wins. Maybe they have more wins than that. I don't know exactly the amount of wins the Rams have. The Rams are a fucking disaster this season. I'm really bad at remembering exact amount of wins that teams have. It's just a fatal flaw of mine. Jimmy G or Mike White. I would go with Jimmy Guap and then Olave. How are you doing, my friend? I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Excited to have a nice stream today. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the stream. Should be a fun one. Love streaming on this luxurious Sunday. Very exciting. Very exciting. Terrace Marshall in. Benjamin out. Jamar Chase out. Out of Deontay Johnson, Myers, Boyd, or Garrett Wilson. Which one would you drop for Donovan Peoples-Jones? I would drop Deontay Johnson. Can we fire up Hollywood? Yeah. This question came, obviously, before I answer that. I think you can play Hollywood, but I would not expect if you assumed he was going to go crazy, I would temper my expectations. Josh Jacobs listed as questionable, so should I play Rashad White instead? Again, I think Jacobs is going to play, but if you want to be safe, you can play White, but I'd probably play Jacobs still. Dulcich or Foster Moreau? I'm going Moreau. Oh, no, I'm going Dulcich, actually. Kamara against the tough Niners defense or Godwin? Kamara. I'm not sitting Kamara. I know he's had 2 down games. You can't sit him. Godwin, Allen, Ayuk, Palmer, Pittman, Juju, Patterson, Foreman. Awesome. We're going to go Foreman, and we're going to go Juju and Keenan Allen. Think it's a good idea to start both Boyd and P. Ryan today? Yes, I think that's fine. Thank you for the super chat, Zach. Thank you very much. Zach says, 1 point PPR, tight end Everton Njoku, flex Najee or A.J. Brown. So Najee Harris has actually elevated himself into not necessarily must-start category, but Najee Harris has actually started to play pretty well recently. Now, I'm not telling you that Najee Harris is now all of a sudden this must-start player, but it is kind of impressive to see what we've seen out of Najee Harris recently. But again, there's no way I can sit A.J. Brown. I know A.J. Brown has had a couple of down games now, but that's kind of just the risk you play when you have the kind of a player like A.J. Brown on an offense with guys like Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, where there's a lot of other options to throw the ball to. Previously, Dallas Goedert. So there's a lot of options to throw the rock to in Philly. There's a lot of guys that can run the ball too, and that makes it incredibly tough for A.J. Brown to be a consistent player. But we all know deep down that A.J. Brown has the upside to score 30-plus points. So A.J. Brown is the answer there. And then Everett or Njoku. I'm still going to go with Njoku. He was banged up going into his last performance up against the Buffalo Bills, coming off that injury. I do think he's going to be a lot more healthy this week, so I'm going to lean with Njoku over Everett. I'm pretty low on Everett this week. I know a lot of people are pretty high on him. So we're going to go Njoku and A.J. Brown, the Las Vegas Raiders. Sit 1, half PPR, Brown, Juju, Keenan. I'm sitting Keenan. Sit 1, Olave or Keenan. I'm sitting Keenan. Who do I put in my flex? Lockett, Ayuk, Montgomery, or Watson? I'm going Lockett. Lockett in my pocket. Skirt. Can you answer my flex question? Murray, Smith, Pacheco, Pittman, Murray. About 2 weeks ago, I traded Deontay and Singletary for Pierce. Bad move? No, not a bad move. Pierce is up against a tough run D this week, though. Who do I start? Shit, Brendan. Where's the rest of your question? Oh, it's right here. It's right here. I just answered it. Latavius Murray. Foreman or Miles Sanders? Miles Sanders. Latavius Murray, Devontae Smith. I would go with Murray. Standard scoring, Curtis Samuel, Josh Palmer, or P. Ryan for the flex. I'm going Joshua Palmer. P. Ryan, James Conner, Pierce, or Pacheco. I'm playing P. Ryan and James Conner. Boyd or Pickens? I'm going Pickens. What's up, Tyron? Not a bad move. Both have been inconsistent. Singletary is a guy that I really liked going into the season. There were a lot of people that made fun of me for liking Singletary. And to start off the season, I was wrong. Never felt more wrong in my life. It was very evident right out the gate that I was wrong. But this feels oddly like last season with Singletary. If you guys remember last season, the guy didn't do jack shit. And then the end of the season comes, the final 5-6 weeks of the year. And then he's knocking on the door. Knock, 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 knock. And he keeps scoring fucking fantasy points. He kept playing well. And the Bills finally start. What's frustrating is if I was a Bills fan, I'd be pissed. I'd be thinking, hey, why is Devin Singletary not getting the ball more early on in the season? Why are we not running the ball more? Because what they do is even when they're up, they keep throwing, and that leads to mistakes. Josh Allen is a guy that, again, I'm not making fun of Josh Allen. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he makes mistakes because when things start to go wrong, he starts to think, oh, I'm better than this defense. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And he force feeds the ball in and it causes picks. It causes bad plays. And if I was a Bills fan, I'd be pissed that they don't try to run the ball more early on in the season. Kyle, what's up, man? Fins up. Hey Nick, told my fiance I'm done helping with housework as of 11:30 because of your stream. Kyle, enjoy sleeping on the couch, pal. I'm only kidding. Thank you though, Kyle. I really appreciate that. Start Sutton over Debo Samuel with hamstring concern. Go Fins. All right, let's read this full report on Debo Samuel. Debo Samuel Roto World. Sorry if my face got like dark or something. That always happens when I pull up Google because if you don't run your fucking computer on dark mode, I think you're a little bit of a crazy person. Or your phone. Okay, so Debo, Adam Schefter reports he's expected to play. Samuel was able to practice all week and has played through the hamstring issue in previous games. He should be full go versus the Saints. Coming off a 9-target and 3-carry game, Samuel's role looks good heading into week 12. Okay. So based upon that, he practiced 3 times this week, limited. He's been playing with the injury. He played well last week with that injury. I'm not trying to galaxy brain and start Sutton over Debo Samuel. Again, I don't love Debo Samuel. Debo Samuel has been really inconsistent this year. If you've actually noticed, I talked about this in the wide receiver rankings video. Either I released yesterday or the day before. And it's funny because his best games are on prime time. His 2 best games were in Mexico City and up against the Rams, both prime time games. But I'm leaning with Debo pretty heavily there. Thank you for the donation, Kyle Burks. And go Dolphins, baby. Hopefully we could beat the Texans by 14, cover the spread. Good teams win, great teams cover. That's what they say. Need 2 running backs. 1 point PPR. Walker, Rashad White, Najee. I'm going to go Walker and Rashad White. Now, Walker has had at least 1 down game in a row because it was in Germany and he had a bad spot there. But ultimately, Walker to me is must start. He's a top 5 guy weekly in my he has that top 5 upside weekly. I'm not saying I'm ranking him in the top 5, but he has that upside. And then Najee again, he has been playing well, but I have to lean with Rashad White. Rashad White is being put into a scenario where he could literally take over the number 1 running back role if he plays well. So Walker and White for me. Thank you for the super chat. Ruckus, thank you for the super chat as well. Sup, Brozilla? What's up, man? Good call on not starting Damian Harris this week. Lol. That is all. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, Damian Harris is actually a good player. The issue with Damian Harris is that Ramondre Stevenson can catch passes out of his ass with ease, right? Ramondre Stevenson is catching such a high amount of passes that is strictly why right now I'm staying away from Damian Harris. Because if Damian Harris was the guy going out there catching passes, then you could really talk yourself into Damian Harris being start worthy for fantasy. But as of right now, and I did not mean to show that, I'm trying to ban them. You can't be playing Damian Harris. He is a guy though that I would note if you had Stevenson and you were like, oh, I kind of want a handcuff, then he's actually a pretty viable handcuff. But that's about all. Thank you for the super chat though. Nick, Akers or Kyron? I would play Kyron, but again, situation I want to stay very, very far away from. Brandon Ayuk or Perry Campbell. I'm going Ayuk. Who should I start? Pierce or Najee Harris? Najee. Second. Yo, Nick, pick 4. 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, Keenan Allen, Metcalf, Aaron Jones, Wilson Jr., Pickens, Sutton, Foreman, Hollywood, Slayton. I'm thinking Allen, Metcalf, Jones, Wilson. Okay. So I am playing Keenan Allen, Jeff Wilson, Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, Jeff Wilson, Aaron Jones, and Metcalf. So yeah, I agree with what you said. Trying to decide between Gus Edwards or Treylon Burks in the flex. I'm going Treylon Burks. I'm gonna let Gus Edwards burn me this week. I'm not fucking with Gus Edwards or Kenyon Drake. Last week, I burned so much money on DraftKings playing Kenyon Drake. So much money lit on fire. The rest of the lineup were all good. I've gotten a lot better at DFS, I think, since I started playing last year. But I just straight up have been burning cash playing these stupid fucking running back plays that I talk myself into. Galaxy brain thought process, and it always ends up just fucking me directly in the ass. So this week we're staying clear away from those guys. It's just a situation I don't want to be a part of right now. Christian Kirk or Rashad White? Kirk for me. Harris sucked last week, yet less than 3 yards per carry. Yeah, he didn't look great. Are you talking about on Thanksgiving or the week before? Because he did play on Thanksgiving too. I was not able to watch the full game on Thanksgiving. I was recording during the game because on Thanksgiving I didn't. I only streamed and didn't record, and then that meant on Friday I had 6 videos to do. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do 6 videos on Friday." So I like recorded some of them at night. But Ramondre went off. What do you guys think, real quick? I'm gonna keep answering questions, obviously. Do you guys think that was a catch from Hunter Henry or no? I want to know what people think because I think that's a catch, but I understand that the rules state that that isn't a catch. But to me, that is like there's got to be a way for the NFL to fix shit like this because that is so obviously a catch if you're just looking at it from you're just watching the game. That's a catch, but of course, technically, it's not a catch. I don't know. The fucking rules in the NFL are stupid at points. Yeah, catch. I agree. I agree that was a catch. You actually like Evans over Chubb? Yes, I do. Evans is spiraling in the correct direction. The Buccaneers are spiraling in the correct direction. Chubb is going up against a tough run defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look, if you want to play Chubb, he is miles safer than Evans. But I don't see Chubb scoring 25, 30 points in this game. Whereas I think Mike Evans could score 25 or 30 points in this game. So that's kind of how I see things. Now, again, if you want to go Chubb over Evans, go ahead. But I think Evans has more upside. That's just how I see things personally. And that's why I gave you that answer. Because again, I think the Bucks run defense is pretty good. And I think that we are in a situation where potentially Evans has a huge spot and Chubb's never going to have a shit game, right? Chubb's never going to score like 9 points. But if he has a shit game, scores 13 points and Evans scores 20, I think that's pretty possible. Okay, so let's react to this stuff real quick. So, catch from Lewis, catch as well. To me, that was a catch. I agree. As a Patriots fan, that was a catch. That's funny. But yeah, I agree with you. He got Jesse James. That was a catch. NFL rules are so inconsistent. I agree. I agree. I agree. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I did. Catch such an athletic move that none of us could do. Of course, half of these moves these players make in their fucking sleep, I couldn't do. It's crazy how good these guys are in the NFL. It's funny because like we all dog on these NFL players all the time, like, oh, this guy fucking sucks, this, that, and the other thing. And I say it too, right? I'm not saying that it's just something that people do as if I'm not someone who says it, right? I'm like, oh, this guy sucks, like as a joke. But in reality, these players do shit that I could never dream of. It's fucking crazy. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Thank you. I hope everyone in chat had a good Thanksgiving. Samaje Perine or Miles Sanders? Great question. So when we looking at my fucking dumbass, when we are assessing a situation like Samaje Perine versus Miles Sanders, you have to, for one, understand that Samaje Perine is facing up against a tough run defense. Now, again, does that mean that I think you should be sitting Samaje Perine? No. We are looking at Miles Sanders, who has shit the bed multiple games in a row. So now you have to start thinking to yourself, can this situation work out to where Miles Sanders outscores Perine? And I think so. Again, I know Miles Sanders has shit the bed multiple times in a row, but I'm still rocking with my guy. Miles Sanders. So we're to rock with Miles Sanders here. I think Miles Sanders has a relatively solid game. So we're going Miles Sanders over Perine. I just feel a little bit safer with him, and I think they have pretty similar upside. And then Garoppolo over Carr. Yes, I actually think Carr is a little sneaky this week. I think Carr could end up having a good game, but I'm gonna go with Jimmy Guap, Jimmy Pornstar, Jimmy Garoppolo. I like Jimmy G this week. All right, let's do this real quick. So yeah, I always think I'm like galaxy braining stuff in DFS, thinking I'm like some genius, and I realize that everyone and their mother is going to play fucking Jeff Wilson Jr. this week. But I am too. All right, but yeah, we're going Garoppolo over Carr. I think Garoppolo's safer, and again, they have pretty similar upside, but I think Garoppolo is a little bit safer. Garoppolo and Carr are kind of one and the same, right? They're never going to win you your week, right? You're never going to win your fantasy matchup because you played Carr Garoppolo, but you're also more than likely never going to lose. But I think because of that, but I think you're more likely to lose with Carr over Garoppolo. Happy holidays to you and your family. Let's go Buffalo. The Buffalo War Pigs. Out to you, Sammy. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Your Bills almost choked that game away. But ultimately they won, and I am happy for you, Sammy. As long as the Dolphins stay in first, Sammy, we might have a matchup in the playoffs cooking, and that would be a real fun time. I actually, what's funny is a lot of Dolphins fans hate the Bills. Now, I hate the Bills during the season, but if the Dolphins were to get knocked off in the playoffs, which they're not going to, they're going to win the Super Bowl, I would root for the Bills because Josh Allen is one of my favorite players in the NFL. I don't know if I was making videos when Josh Allen got drafted, but I was a huge Josh Allen guy going into the draft. So I'm very happy that while that call might not have been made on camera, I know I made that call in my head. Carter, no J Rob or Pierce. I'm going Carter. Pierce is about to get absolutely skull fucked by the Dolphins defense. Need a running back, wide receiver, and a flex. Juju, Pickens, Palmer, Jeff Wilson, Rashad White. We're gonna go Jeff Wilson. We're gonna go Juju, and we're gonna go Palmer. Snore Calibro, what's up, my guy? Pick 2, Garrett Wilson, Ayuk, Sutton, Devontae Smith. Pretty easy for me. Ayuk has been pretty hit or miss in his career, but this year he's actually been much safer than I would have predicted. If that's a correct way of saying things, like I didn't think he would be this consistent, but he is. I'm gonna go ahead and lean into that and go with Garrett Wilson and Ayuk. I think Ayuk is a little bit better than people give him credit for. And not just that I think, I know he is. And then I also think that Garrett Wilson is a really good play with Magic Mike White back under center. So we're gonna go Garrett Wilson, Ayuk, Sutton, and Smith. Oh my god, I just read off your whole question. We're gonna go Garrett Wilson and Ayuk. Sorry about that. Mental brain fart right there. Ayuk and Sutton. Not Ayuk and Sutton. Ayuk and Wilson. I really like Wilson with Magic Mike White under center. Good morning, man. Eagles or Chiefs? Half PPR. Eagles or Chiefs? Half PPR. I would go with the Chiefs defense. I won my week last week because of Jimmy G. Well, that's good to hear. But I'm saying in most scenarios, do you think Jimmy G is the reason why you win? I would tell you probably not. And that's just not me being a dick dogging on him on purpose or something. I'm just telling you, I think most of the time when you win your week, it's not because of Jimmy G. Alrighty. All right. I'm going Dolphins fucking quad stack in DFS this week. Dolphins with Tua, Tyreek, Gesicki, and Jeff Wilson. The quad stack. Quad feed. Gesicki might end up sinking the ship though, but he could also be the reason why I win. So gonna have to ride Broncos country. Let's ride. You know what I'm saying? Hey Nick, also love the vids. Thank you. McLaurin, Olave, Ayuk. I'm going McLaurin and Olave. Just so you guys know, I'm clicking around. If I don't answer your question, I try to make this very clear. It's not because I don't like you. It's because I'm clicking around. Burks or Hollywood. I would go with Burks, Patterson, or P. Ryan. P. Ryan. McLaurin or Higgins. Higgins. I like. Pierce looked like crap last week. Yeah, he did. But again, I don't know if it's Pierce's fault, man. The offensive line there outside of Tunsil is absolute ass. I hope the Dolphins fans erupt when Tunsil runs out of the tunnel. to come out onto the field because Tunsil's the reason why we have, as a Dolphins fan, why we have all these players because right after we traded him, that's how we got all those picks. A big fan of Mr. Tunsil. Do you still play Josh Jacobs despite the injury concerns, or do you play Rachaad White? So my thought process on this is that I think Josh Jacobs is going to outscore Rachaad White, but the fact that Josh Jacobs is coming off of an injury makes me think that, hey, why don't I just play things safe and go with Rachaad White? Why don't I just play things safe with a guy who got over 100 scrimmage yards last time out with Leonard Fournette playing in 3/4 of the game? Why don't I just keep it safe? Now, again, I don't always advocate for the safest option, right? You guys know you've been following me for a while. If you've been following me for a while, I'm a very risky fantasy player. But ultimately, in this scenario, I would keep it safe and I would just go with Rachaad White. Bill, thank you for the super chat. Bill, please make sure you ask your question in chat unless you already did, and I'm going to go find it. I don't see it on my screen. You may have already asked before, but please ask again, and I'll make sure to answer your question. Thank you for the super chat, Bill. I greatly appreciate that. Start Everett or Njoku? Great question. So I am this week on the kind of fade Everett train. There's going to be a lot of people on Everett. There's going to be a lot of people talking themselves into Gerald Everett, and I think ultimately Gerald Everett is not going to have all that great of a day. So I'm going to go with David Njoku. David Njoku coming back off of the injury last week up against the Bills. Didn't perform up to my liking, but that doesn't mean that he is some dust player. So I'm going Njoku. If you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, Njoku was, earlier on the season, he was a very reliable tight end week in and week out. Dylan, pick 3. Murray, Monty, Godwin, Olave, White, Perine. Great question. So we're going to go with Olave, Godwin, and Rashad Walter White. Pretty easy for me. So we like Godwin because, again, he's been getting a lot of targets and hasn't done much with it. But what that tells me is that eventually something's going to crack and he's going to start playing well. Then we have Godwin. Like, again, Godwin's been getting a lot of targets, just hasn't really done too much with it. Then we have White, who's been given a big opportunity. Will he be able to do well in that opportunity? I think so. And then we have Olave, who's been playing really well. Not the best scenario, but I think he has a good game. So that's just how I see things. So Godwin, White, and Olave. And Bill, please make sure you ask your question in chat so I can answer it. Rashad White or ETN? ETN. Palmer or Rashad White? Palmer. Pacheco or Pierce? Pacheco. Pierce is going to get destroyed today. Yes, he is. Sadly. This is impossible, but I want to hear your opinions. 1 running back, 3 flexes. This is not an impossible question. I'm going Perine. I'm going Evans, Palmer, and Garrett Wilson. Hurst, Hill, Komet, Hooper. Hurst. Juwan Johnson or Moreau. I'd go Moreau. No, I'd go Juwan Johnson. Hollywood Brown or Burks? Burks. Thanks, Pimpy Nick. No problem, my man. Hey, Nick. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Pick a running back and wide receiver to flex. Ayuk, Devontae, Hollywood, Rashad White, Chubb, Henry, tight end. Okay. So if you need to start a tight end, we're going Moreau. And then we're going Keenan, Ayuk. Oh, no. We're going to go Keenan, Chubb, White, and White. Yeah. We paid. Watson and Boyd. Tua or Lamar. Tua Tagovailoa. Jimmy G or Kyler. Going to go Kyler. Hollywood, B-Rob, James Rob. James Rob out. We're going to go Hollywood, even though it's risky. Juju or Pacheco. Juju. Pat Freiermuth or Njoku. Freiermuth. A.J. Brown with bad weather / sickness or Juju. I'm going Juju. Muth or Jawan. Muth. How bad's the weather in all these games, dude? The weather always scares people off. Then the weather ends up not doing shit. That's a tale as old as time. People panicking about the weather not mattering at all. That's it is genuinely a tale as old as time that people fall for. Herbert the pervert. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Shit. Oh, fuck. Shit. Bitch. Debo, Juju, McLaurin, Olave. Thanks, Nick. Loaded question. Juju and McLaurin. You looking real good. I'm always looking good, Danny. I'm just kidding. That's a fucking weird thing to say. But I'm a weird guy, as you guys know. You watch the if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Heineke or Matt Ryan? We're gonna go with Heineke. Gonna go Heineke. And Bill, please make sure you ask your question, man. I don't see it yet. Kamara or White? Kamara. Campbell or Curtis Samuel? Campbell. Sutton or Boyd? Sutton. Pick 2. Chubb, Henry, White. Thanks, Nick. Going Chubb and Henry. But again, I like White better than Chubb. So actually we're gonna go White and Henry. White and Henry. Pick a side. Olave and Swift. Mixon for Olave and Swift. I think I'd rather have Olave and Swift, but we're preying on Swift turning things around. And at this point, I think I'd probably just hold Mixon, actually, the more I think about it. Heineke, Brissett, Ryan, or Tannehill. Heineke. Ravens or Jets today. Jets. The Jumbo Jets. Dude, I just dropped my phone again. Am I a fucking buffoon? The worst thing about these streams is that I always stream barefoot because I hate having socks on while I stream. I don't know why, if that's like a weird take, but I don't like sitting in socks at my desk, and my phone will just fall while I'm recording and just crack my toes. Fucking go for the kill. Pittman or Garrett Wilson, Rashad White or ETN. So we're gonna go Garrett Wilson, and we're gonna go ETN. Maybe it'd be weird to say, but it's definitely true. Harris, Carter, Gus Edwards, or Aaron Jones. I'm gonna go Jones, Harris, and Carter. Thumbs up. Thanks, Ash. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. What do you think about Perkins for the Rams? Fields out for me. I think Perkins is going to get absolutely skull fucked by the Chiefs defense. So that's a really risky move. The Chiefs defense is way better than people give them credit for. So that's just kind of how I feel. Really need Mark Andrews to go balls deep today. Juju or Debo? Juju for me. Corvette. Hop in the motherfucking jet like that. Quit throwing things. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Kelly. Jacobs, P. Ryan, Samuel Jacobs, Njoku or Jawan Johnson, Njoku, Ayuk, Chubb, Devonta, Chubb. Why do you like Palmer over Rashad White? Well, I just think Palmer has more upside than Rashad White. That's why. If you want to go Rashad White, then go ahead. He's probably safer. Most of my answers are due to me being higher on a player because I think that they have a bigger chance of smashing and having that huge game. That's kind of how I see things. Jets or Dolphins defense? Dolphins. Alan Lazard or Cortland Sutton? Cortland Sutton. CD or AJ Brown? Rest of season, CD. Thanks, Nick. No problem. Start 3. Cooper, Jacobs, White. P. Ryan or Ayuk this week? Ayuk. Latavius Murray, Rashad White, Nick Chubb, Lockett. I'm going with White and Chubb. Appreciate you. Praying for your toes. Thank you. What's up, Spock? Rashad White or McLaurin. Pick 1. We're gonna go Keenan. Jacobs or White. See, look again. Jacobs might be banged up and might end up being really bad. So that's what panics me about Jacobs. So I'm going White. Sutton or Montgomery? I'm going Montgomery. Thanks, no problem. Combat or Hurst. Wilson Jr. ETN. Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Jeff Wilson, Antonio Gibson, and Lockett. Pick 2. Jacobs and Wilson. Smash or pass? Xavier Howard. He's a clear smash. Anyone on the Dolphins is smash. Ayuk, Lazard, or Garrett Wilson. Ayuk and Garrett Wilson. Drop Tony for Jameson Williams. I'm holding Tony. That makes sense. I'm probably going to hold Josh Jacobs, Danny. Flex one, P. Ryan. Matty Ice, Russell Wilson, or Tannehill. I'd go Matty Ice. Ayuk or Kirk? Kirk. Colts or Commanders defense? Commanders. Pittman versus Pickens. I'd rather have Pickens. Xavier Howard's kicks ass. Will. Xavier Howard has been. I'm gonna be honest with you, as someone who really focuses hard on the Dolphins games. I'm not trying to rile some feathers here, but Xavier Howard hasn't played the best this season. Not trying to make anyone panic, but I'm just being honest with you. He has not played the best this season, and it is, at least to me, somewhat worrying. I am somewhat worried about how Xavier Howard has been playing. Byron Jones, I don't think he's going to return to the Dolphins, which sucks. It sucks because we need a number 2 corner so bad. Kader Kohu has played really well. Noah I is not that good. We really need Byron back, but I don't think he's going to come back. And you know what's funny about Xavier Howard? Apparently, Xavier Howard gave some girl chlamydia or something, and she sued him. Very funny story. Who knows how true that is or not? Just something that I like to bring up because it lightens the mood, you know. Garrett Wilson, Najee, Connor, or Palmer. I'm gonna go with Palmer for me. Oh, okay. We need to pick 3, so it's not just Palmer. So this makes it even easier. Garrett Wilson, Connor. I like Connor a lot this week. Connor has looked much better. Connor has played so much better once what's his name returned. Once he returned and once DeAndre Hopkins returns. So I'm gonna go ahead and be very confident in that answer. So Garrett Wilson with Mike White, Connor back with Hop, and Palmer in a positive matchup against Kyler Murray. Do I have a lucky shawty? Yes, I do. My girlfriend is very lucky to have me, you know? Yeah, I agree. Njoku rest of season over Johnson. Completely agree with that. Completely agree with that. Yeah. We paid. Um, man. Let's see here. Pittman or Palmer? Palmer. Pick 2, Olave, Watson, P. Ryan, first 2. Carter, Jones, or Harris, pick 2. Jones and Harris. Yodick, what's up? White over Debo or Kamara? I would flex White over Debo, yeah. Need 1 receiver, 1 flex. Godwin, Olave, Aaron Jones. We're gonna go Olave and Aaron Jones. Would you drop Johnson for Peoples Jones? Yes. How's the weather looking like for Brady today? Let's read the weather, guys. Let's be some weathermen or weatherwoman. You know, some of you guys in the chat are females. You know, so that's cool. That's always funny. A lot of people assume that only men watch these type of things. There's actually a decent amount of women that watch as well. All right, so I just typed in weather for my fucking hometown as if that's going to tell us anything. I don't know why. I'm a fucking absolute buffoon right now. NFL weather. As if me telling you guys, oh, it's a little fucking windy in New Jersey right now is going to help you figure out about Tom Brady, right? The Bears are starting Nathan Peterman. Nathan Peterman, the GOAT. The GOAT. All right, fire up the Jets, baby. The GOAT. That's hilarious. The Jets are going to absolutely do sexual things to that defense or to that offense. Nathan Peterman might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen play football in the NFL. Okay, but Henry, I'm going to get to your question in half of a second. So, weather overcast in Tampa versus Cleveland. Nothing too worrisome. Looking a little windy in Cincy versus Tennessee. Should be good in Miami. Should be good for the Houston against Miami. Should be good for the Jets, Bears, Washington, Atlanta is a little rainy. Washington, Atlanta, little rainy. Um, that's about it. There's no real bad weather. Possible light rain tonight in the Eagles versus Packers game. I'll update if I see anything new. Henry, thank you for the super chat. Pick one and one. P. Ryan or Pierce, McLaurin or Higgins. Okay. P. Ryan or Pierce. I'm going P. Ryan, McLaurin or Higgins. Got to go Higgins. So, P. Ryan versus Pierce is really easy for me because P. Ryan is going up against. I understand the defense is kind of tough going up against the Titans, but Pierce is going up against the Dolphins, which are one of the best run defense in the NFL. And Damian Pierce is going to be down. They're going to be fighting for their lives. So I'm gonna have to just go ahead and say that I'm going away from Pierce at all costs. So P. Ryan for sure, and then McLaurin or Higgins. I'm just going McLaurin. I just think Higgins is a little bit better. All right. All right. So now we gotta make a nice parlay for the Dolphins so that I can make some actual money betting on them. So we're gonna go Dolphins money line. And then we need some touchdown scores. So Jeff Wilson is definitely scoring 100%. I would bet my life savings on that. And then gets us to minus 160. Then we're just going to go over on the rushing yards of him, too. Rushing yards prop. Jeff Wilson's about to go absolutely balls deep into player rushing milestones. It will go Jeff Wilson over 50 yards. Over 75 yards. That puts us at plus 125. I like that. I like that. All right. All right, guys. So if anyone wants to ride with the boy, ride with my bet. Here's my parlay for today. We're going Dolphins to win the game. Dolphins are winning. Jeff Wilson to score a touchdown. Jeff Wilson over 75 rushing yards. Bet the fucking house on that one. That one's hitting. That shit's hitting. That's a very easy pick. Let's ride with that. And then I got $100 on Dolphins. Dolphins minus 14. Let's ride. All right, back to questions. Zach. Trade Trevor Lawrence and Najee for Watson and Pierce. Let's go. I would rather have Watson and Pierce. All right. Let's go. Let's go to Deshaun Watson and Pierce. I think Lawrence and Najee are decent, but again, if you do this trade, fully understand. Drop my phone again, guys. Drop my phone again. Fully understand that you are at mercy of getting absolutely fucked by the fact that Deshaun Watson might be bad. Deshaun Watson might be absolutely atrocious. The problem is Harris is also not the best, and Lawrence isn't the best either. I think Pierce, realistically, in better scenarios, should be better than Najee, and I think Watson's better than Lawrence. So I'm going to do the trade, but again, understand that Watson might come out and be awful. Just understand that. Ben, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you, guys. Good to see you as well, man. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Let's go. Let's go Carolina D. Go Cards, baby. I like the Cards today. I didn't bet on them, but I do think that it's good. Good game today. Monty or Pierce? Monty. P. Ryan, Christian Watson, or Palmer? We're gonna go Palmer. Um, Burks or Nico Collins? We're gonna go. We're gonna go Burks. Ready. Watson smashes. He does. I hope he smashes. Thank you, sir. No problem. Trade Scary Terry and Jeff Wilson for Devontae Adams. Okay, so if you have another running back, if you have other running backs that you're confident in, then go ahead. If not, I'm not doing that. Lawrence or Rogers, Garrett Wilson or Christian Wilson? Christian Watson, sorry. Lawrence or Rogers, definitely going to go Lawrence. I am just not a big fan of just not a big fan of Rogers in this spot. Rogers also playing with a broken thumb. I think that's something important to note. So we're just going to stay away from him. And then we're going to go. Let's see here. So we're going to go Lawrence for sure. And then we're going to go Garrett Wilson. The problem with Watson, though, is he's on such fire that I feel like if you sit Christian Watson, you're just basically playing the game of that you think that he's just going to absolutely bomb when there's a chance that he absolutely smashes. It's a tough scenario that you're in right here. I'm probably gonna go ahead and just go with Lawrence, and then I'm gonna go with Christian Watson. I just can't fade Christian Watson at this point. I know I've answered to sit him a couple of times, but the more you think about it, like, do you really want to be the person who fades the guy who is? I just dropped my phone again, guys. That must be like 7 times this stream. But do you really want to be the asshole that it's a guy who has been scoring so many touchdowns every game that just continues to week in and week out dominate? And then when he has that bad game, you can be like, oh, okay, you know what? The train's over. Train's parked. We're done with him. But as of right now, I would feel foolish sitting him. So we're not doing that. We ain't sitting him. We're going Watson and we're going Lawrence. One more. Would you start Godwin over Olave today? I'm going to Olave personally. Awesome, Ben. Send me some snaps. I'll make sure to look at them. I don't really use Snap too much, Ben. Just so you know, if you snap me and I don't open it, it's not that I don't like you. It's that I do not really use Snapchat. I open it like once a day. Yeah, Cards tailgates always look fun. All tailgating is awesome. It's funny that, like, something I've seen on Twitter a lot is these soccer fans say that, like, the US is weird because we tailgate in front of the stadium or whatever, and there's so many cars near the stadium and that it's not just wide open and stuff. It's like it always has me wondering, like, do the fans of teams in other countries, like soccer, do they just think that, what's it called? Do they just think that, like, everything runs like soccer? I don't know. It's just kind of funny. ETN or Waddle? ETN. Donta Foreman. It's NorCal, bro. Garrett Wilson or Devontae Smith. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. That's a tough one. We're gonna go Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson has a really big game this week. I really like Garrett Wilson in this spot. Really like him. All right. Then let's just do one more thing. See, I'm going Garrett Wilson. I have Garrett Wilson in all my DFS lineups. All right. I'm skeptical about Komet this week too. Corey Davis or DPJ? DPJ. Monty Smith or Pierce? Monty. Jets or Dolphins defense? I'm still going with the Dolphins. Rashad White or Christian Watson at flex? Rashad White. Peterman is starting for the Bears. Yeah, tough call. Yeah, tough. It is a tough call, but I'm definitely going Garrett Wilson. Donta Foreman has been pretty disappointing. Amari Cooper, Smith, Murray, Pacheco start 2. We're going to go Amari Cooper and Murray. Dale, thank you for the super chat. Pick 2. Amari, Olave, Palmer, Latavius Murray, Michael Carter, Njoku. I think you're wearing a Browns jersey. I could be wrong, though. You're on my second screen, which is a little bit smaller. So I'm not assuming You're wearing I am assuming you're wearing a Browns jersey. I think that's a Browns jersey. We're gonna go Amari for sure. You have to lock Amari in, dude. Amari, dude, I dropped my phone again. This thing's gonna fucking break. It's a good thing you guys donate so that I can purchase a new phone when this thing inevitably breaks from falling off of me so many times. We're gonna go Amari Cooper for sure, and then we are going to go Olave. Olave has been so good. The matchup against the Saints is tough. The matchup for the Saints is tough, not the matchup against the Saints. He's on the Saints, but I'm going Amari. Amari's on a hot streak. We ride Amari. We ride Olave. Pretty simple for me. Rock out with your cock out. Who is more likely to get 20 points, Jimmy G or Derek Carr? I would say Jimmy G. They're both incredibly safe options with decent upside in a positive matchup. I am still just going to be in favor of Jimmy G. He has better weapons as a whole. I think he's also slightly better quarterback. Not saying that he is by far better, but he's a slightly better quarterback. That's just kind of how I see things. That's how I read this scenario. So that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go Jimmy G over Derek Carr. iShine says, "Sup Nick, wishy washy weather in Cleveland per PPR. Sutton or Godwin. Then Mike Evans or Devontae Smith need 2 wins. Let's fucking go, Gucci baby. Let's go. Gonna get you that win. Definitely a Browns jersey. Okay, I wasn't sure because your picture on my screen. So I have a big screen in front of me where the camera is, and on that screen I have a bunch of stats up and a bunch of different lineups that I'm entering into DFS contests. On the left is where you guys are on my laptop, where the questions are. That's why if you notice when I'm answering your question, I'm kind of looking a little to the left, and I can't see your picture fully. I know what some of you guys look like because you've been in the chat for so long that I just remember exactly what you look like from when I have you on the big screen. Some people I don't remember, and that's just on me. But now I will forever remember that that's a Browns jersey, and I'll never have to ask again. Yeah, it is a little wishy-washy weather, but I'm not too worried. We're gonna go Godwin over Sutton. I don't think I can willingly play Mr. Unlimited. Anyone that is tied to Mr. Unlimited and be confident in it, right? It could be a torrential downpour, and I literally think that Godwin could outscore Sutton just because of how bad that fucking Russell Wilson is. Interesting stat. If the Denver Broncos score 18 points in every single game, 18 points, 18 points, guess what happens? The team is 9-1. 9-1. That just shows how much of a disaster it is in Denver. So we're gonna go Godwin and we're gonna go Mike Evans. Again, I like Devontae Smith, but I'm still playing Mike Evans. I'm not too worried about the rain. I'm not panicking. We're going Godwin and we're going Mike Evans. Machiavelli, Carter, Murray, or Aaron Jones. Robinson's out, so Carter's looking like a must. I like Carter a ton. I'm probably going to go with Aaron Jones. And I like Carter slightly more than Murray, but just ever so slightly. So I guess we'll go Carter and Aaron Jones. You seem to want to go Carter. So we'll go Carter and Aaron Jones. Next question here. Thank you for the super chat. DK Mitchell, thank you. AJ Brown, Christian Watson, Paris Campbell, P. Ryan, Gus, Bus. Let's go with that's a tough one. Let's go AJ Brown for sure. We can't sit AJ Brown. And then we're gonna go P. Ryan. So AJ Brown and P. Ryan for me. I like Christian Watson a ton, but I think P. Ryan's a little bit safer than Christian Watson. We're gonna go Christian. No, we're going AJ. You can't sit AJ Brown. I'm just being honest. You can't sit AJ Brown. And then we're gonna go with him. We're gonna go P. Ryan. Juwan Johnson or Higbee if he plays. I'm going Juwan Johnson. Najee, Paris Campbell, or Garrett Wilson the flex. Thanks. Thank you, Cam. We're going Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is in for a big game. I can just feel the big game out of him, so that's what we're going with. Going with big game. Let's see here. Yeah, we got to go Garrett Wilson. I just think I have to lean with Garrett Wilson. He's the guy I'm most comfortable playing there. I think Najee's decent too, but I'm definitely going Garrett Wilson. Mikey, Michael Pittman or Rashad White, full flex PPR, full PPR flex. Great question. Pretty easy for me. Going with Garrett, not going with Garrett Wilson. Going with Rashad White. Rashad White is in the driver's seat to have a huge game. Michael Pittman is in the gutter right now for me. Again, I'm not saying that I don't trust him, but I don't trust him. So that's just kind of how I feel about that. Well, I only went with 1-2 a lineup today. Seems a little bit risky, if you ask me. Feels a little risky. That's what we're doing. 1-2 lineup. Rashad White is the answer to that question. All right. Um, Make sure you guys hit the like button on the stream. Devontae Smith or Chris Olave? Chris Olave, for sure. All right. So this stream is sponsored by BetMGM. They've been on your screen this whole entire time. If you're a brand new user to BetMGM and you click on the link in the video description down below, you can bet on any World Cup game, $10 on any World Cup game. You'll receive $200 in free bets as long as there's a goal scored in the World Cup, which is guaranteed to happen. So turn your $10 into $200 on BetMGM, and then you can use those free bets. They don't have to do with soccer. So you can just bet one World Cup soccer game, $10 on that, get your $200 in free bets, and then bet on football, the NBA, whatever you like. So make sure you guys take advantage of that right now before it disappears. That's what I would do. So make sure you guys take advantage of it before it is too late. Um, oh wait, fuck, that was the wrong thing. That was the wrong thing. Next question. Chris Olave, Chris Godwin, Terry McLaurin, pick two. I'm gonna go McLaurin and Olave. Should I go with Godwin with the weather concerns or Pickens or Campbell? I'm going Godwin with the weather concerns. I'm not too worried about this weather. I'm not even seeing where the people are saying that it's going to be like some torrential downpour where it's going to be crazy. I'm just not seeing that anywhere. Um, Somewhere over the rainbow. Pickens, Garrett Wilson, White, Latavius Murray, full PPR. I'm going Pickens. Oh no, I'm going White and Garrett Wilson. Watson or DPJ? Watson. Njoku or Hurst? Njoku. Um, Godwin, D-Bar, Lockett. Godwin, D-Bar, Lockett. I'm going Debo and Lockett. I need to figure out how to put my stream in fuck, what's it called? In sub only mode. Now I assume most people in here are subbed, but it does push the subs up, and I need to like Google how to do that. Need to hop on the Googles and figure that out. All right. Pick two: Latavius Murray, Michael Carter, Rashad White. I'm going with Rashad White and Michael Carter. Mike Evans, Sutton or Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans. Gibson, Juju, Lockett, Evans, Foreman, Latavius Murray. I can only play three. I'm playing Gibson. No, I'm playing Juju, Evans, and Gibson. ETN, Aaron Jones, Connor, White, McLaurin, Sutton. ETN, Connor, White. That's tough. Conklin or Gerald Everett? Everett. I just answered. Connor, ETN, and Palmer. Need one for the flex. Peoples Jones, Burks, Edwards, Murray, or Pacheco. I'm going Murray. Let's try. See what this looks like. Rank my starting team 1 through 10. Herbert. Yeah, your team's really good. I'd say it's probably like a 9 out of 10. Kyler Murray or Chargers or Jimmy G versus Saints. Kyler. Thanks, no problem, Eric. Waddle, AJ Evans. Ooh, I'm going Waddle and AJ Brown. Tyler Boyd or Sanders. PPR, Sanders. Jacobs or Kenneth. I'm going Kenneth. Kenneth from Connecticut. Might just have to do. Let's see here. Let's no run back. What's up, Shane? How you doing, man? Do I risk flexing Chubb against the Tampa defense or roll with Kittle? I'm rolling Kittle in that scenario. Kendall, need one for the flex. AJ Brown or Kenneth Walker? I'm going Kenneth Walker. And again, this is no indictment on AJ Brown. I'm just going Kenneth Walker. It's pretty simple for me. I think Kenneth Walker is a lot safer, and I think AJ Brown is a little bit more risky. Now, again, I don't think AJ Brown's necessarily a bad play this week. I've told a lot of people to play him, but I would go Kenneth Walker. Great matchup against the Raiders defense. The Raiders have one of the worst defenses in all of the NFL. The Raiders defense is absolute dog shit. So that's just how I feel. Gonna go Kenneth Walker. Um, let's see here. We're gonna go Kenneth Walker for sure. Thank you, bro. No problem. Okay, T or Jacobs, T Higgins, Trevor Lawrence or Jacoby Brissett, Trevor Lawrence. Rank my mom's starting team 1 out of 10, Lamar. Just so you know, I'm reading it, and I just stop reading in the middle of it because there's so many people. I like that team. I think your team's slightly better though, probably 8.5. AJ Brown, T Higgins, McLaurin, or Juju. I'm gonna go AJ Brown and Higgins. Kenneth over Kamara, yes. Garrett, Christian Watson, Brandon Cooks. I'm going Christian Watson. Who do I drop on my bench? I am dropping Brandon Cooks, P. Reiner, Juju. Thank you. No problem. Ain't no problem, big fella. Um, all right. Latavius Murray or Damian Pierce? Latavius Murray. I have both Tyreek and Vontae Adams in one league. Who has the better fantasy day? Tyreek. But you have to play both of them. But yeah, Tyreek for me. Would tag even lower. Pittman, Terry, or Kirk. Pick two. Pittman, Terry, or Kirk. Terry and Kirk. Hurst, Dulcich, or Moreau. Hurst, Dulcich, or Moreau. I'd go Dulcich. Is football your guys' favorite sport? I'll be watching Germany versus Spain instead of Red Zone today. Yeah, football is my favorite sport, obviously. But Some football is number one for me. Number two is hockey and basketball, uh, and then baseball. But I think technically my favorite sports, if you count MMA and boxing, I think MMA and boxing, if you count them as the same thing, would be my uh, second favorite sport ahead of hockey. Because I love fucking fighting. Fighting is so. That's like one of my favorite things to watch. All right. Jarvis Landry or Randall Cobb are out, but football is by far and away number one. Like when it's not football season, it sucks, man. Football season's the best season. The thing that sucks the most about the season coming close to a close is not necessarily missing fantasy football and all that, but it's just like once the season ends, there's just some lull like in my life where it's like, damn, I wish I could be watching fucking football right now or talking about it and people cared because um, the one thing about it is like once the season ends, people typically stop caring as much. So like when I make videos again, it's not your guys' fault or anything, and it's like it gets less viewers and it's just not as exciting. Whereas like right now, everyone is into it, right? It's everyone's having a fun time. I would go with Jarvis Landry. Wilder or Ruiz? I think Wilder's gonna win. I think Wilder's gonna beat Ruiz. I don't think Ruiz is necessarily overrated or something, but I would have Wilder in that fight. My favorite boxer is Fury. Um, and my favorite UFC fighter is McGregor. But I know a lot more about UFC compared to boxing, but I do like boxing. Start Kyler Murray at TB12. I'd go with Kyler. Njoku or Moreau. Njoku. Football, best sport, easy. I agree. Christian Watson, P. Ryan, or Hollywood at the flex. I would go P. Ryan. Lockett or Keenan. Keenan is listed as the emergency quarterback for the Bears. I hope we get to see that. Anyone else hoping we get to see that? That'd be funny. McGregor is a piece of shit. He probably is, but I think he's funny. He's probably not the nicest guy, but yeah, I think he's funny. The way he talks is just so funny that it gets me into it. Gets me fired up. Um, Pick two: Aaron Jones, Najee, P Ryan. I would go Aaron Jones, Najee, or P Ryan. I'm going Aaron Jones and P Ryan. Who's my favorite hockey team? The Devils. The Devils. Because I live in New Jersey. They're the only team that's actually in New Jersey. So yeah, the Devils. Watson, DPJ, or Pacheco. The Devils are a lot like the Dolphins. They just have sucked for so many years. We were in the Cup when I was in 7th grade, and we haven't made the playoffs since I was a freshman in college. Watson, DPJ, or Pacheco. I'd go Watson. You like soccer, boxing, UFC, than football. That makes sense. I'm not a big soccer guy personally. I like watching Michael Venom. Chael Sonnen. Someone said I like Chael Sonnen as well. I used to. Obviously, he doesn't fight anymore. He makes good videos though on YouTube. Boyd, Hollywood, Pickens, or Mooney. Um, Probably go Boyd. Devils are great. Yeah, the Devils are going fucking ham this year. I got free tickets to all of my events. That's awesome. That is awesome. I never really liked. I used to really like boxing when I was a kid, and me and my dad would watch every once in a while. But I never really understood the UFC until I got a little bit older. Because it's so much more like complex, you know. There's all these crazy ass moves people can do. It's fun though. All right, I think I got enough Dolphin stacks, so we're just gonna do something different here. I've had a stream on, but I haven't been listening. What do you think about Rashad White and James Conner? I like both of them a lot. I like both of them a lot. You guys see Messi is going to come to the MLS? Same with Ronaldo. Suey. Jeff Wilson or Godwin? Wilson. Kamara, Najee. Um, oh, wait, one second. I just accidentally fucked something up. Kamara, Pirine, Najee, Godwin. Ooh, I'm going Kamara and Godwin. Do you think Higbee's going to play? Yeah, I do. Hollywood Lazard. I'm playing uh, Watson and Wilson. P. Ryan or Cooper? Going to go Cooper pretty easily. I just trust Cooper so much more. But we need to run back in here. P. Ryan or Cooper? Definitely going to go Cooper. And I like P. Ryan a ton, but we got to go Cooper. Definitely got to go Cooper. FIFA is corrupt. Yeah, it is very corrupt. Very corrupt. When McGregor was on the rise, he was the most dominant, entertaining fighter. Couldn't wait for his press conference. Yeah, he is. He was so interesting. One of the best videos on YouTube is I don't know exactly what it's called, but it has something to do with it's like a look back into all the fights. I don't remember the exact name of it, but like it shows all the press conferences, the intros, all that shit, like up into the fight, and it's so interesting. The Aldo fight is my favorite fight in UFC history. That shit is so interesting. Aldo versus Connor. I like Nate Diaz, Connor. Both of them were also amazing. Aaron Jones or Travis Etienne? Travis Etienne for me. Travis Etienne for me. For wide receiver, full PPR, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Brandon Cooks, Garrett Wilson for Christian Watson for me actually. Trevor Lawrence or Jacoby Brissett? Lawrence. Christian Watson or Scary Terry? Scary Terry. The bus attack makes McGregor nothing but a joke. Yeah, that was stupid of him to do. Incredibly stupid. Incredibly stupid. I agree with you. That was stupid. Davis or Garcia? I don't like Ryan Garcia. Do not like Ryan Garcia. And I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I do not like him. So I'm gonna go Davis. I've I've listened to Tank Davis talk a couple times. Um, he seems like kind of an interesting guy, but I like him over Garcia. Garcia is not very interesting to me at all. All right, 15 minutes until lock. Palmer or P Ryan? We're gonna go Palmer. Hurst or Moreau? I'd go Hurst. Do you have any faith in Aaron Jones this week against the Eagles' run defense? Yes, I do. I like Aaron Jones somewhat this week. I'm starting T Hop and Juju at flex. At flex, I'm going Christian Watson. Connor, Aaron Jones, Rashad White, Keenan Allen, pick three. I'm going with the first three. Jimmy G or Brady? I'm going Brady. Pacheco, B. Rob, Zay Jones, first two. Keenan Allen or Chris Olave, Olave. P. Ryan or Smith, P. Ryan. Murray over Keenan Allen in the flex. I would rather have Keenan Allen. Brandon Cooks or Treylon Burks, Treylon Burks. Dotson or Kyron Williams, Dotson. Dolphins or Chiefs D, Chiefs D. Would you play either ETN or Chubb over Walker JT? No. You have so many. You need to trade some of those running backs if those are the running backs you have. Juju, Watson, Ayuk, or Palmer. Pick one full PPR. I'm going to go Juju. Have fun at the game, man. Make sure everyone hits the like button. Have fun, Ben. Should be a fun game. That's one of my favorite games of the week, the Chargers game. Chargers versus Kyler. Oh, what the fuck? Hubbard or Kyron Williams? Kyron Williams. Praying to the fantasy gods that Herbert picks things up. Yeah, I hope so. Christian, Kirk, or Boyd. Kirk. Odell Beckham is going to the Giants, Bills, or Cowboys. I think it's going to be the Cowboys. Montgomery or Gibson, standard league Montgomery. I think he's going to end up as a Cowboy. Keenan all the way. He has 28% target share. Yeah. Keenan Allen is a good start this week. I've got him in a bunch of my DFS lineups. Garrett Wilson or Donta Foreman? Garrett Wilson. Pierce, Watson, Lazard, pick one. P. Ryan, Watson, Lazard. I like P. Ryan and Watson. I'd go P. Ryan probably. Foreman, Robinson, Deontay Johnson, Foreman. Should I play Hollywood Brown? I don't love Hollywood Brown this week. Nikki, my boy, what's up, Tater? I finally got a 75-inch 4K TV. How do you stream in 4K? Um, I think you can watch 4K. It depends what you're looking at. I think you can watch soccer in 4K because my parents upstairs have a 4K TV. I have a 4K TV, and you could watch the soccer games in 4K. I don't think you can watch the NFL in 4K. I don't think so. At least to my knowledge. My TV is 4K, but I watch with a box, and boxes I think are only 1080p. I've had this 4K TV for a while. I was thinking about buying a new one. Might have to buy a new one for the Dolphins Super Bowl, of course, to watch. Watch the Dolphins play in the Super Bowl because they're of course going to make it and they're going to win, as we all know. I mean, NFL or Red Zone. I don't think you can watch the NFL or Red Zone in 4K, but it will look better regardless of what kind of TV you have. Um, if you have a 4K TV, to me, I feel like it just looks better, even if maybe it doesn't. In my last DFS lineups here. Thanks, man. No problem. Patterson or Ayuk. Ayuk. Um, who has more upside in the less bench spot? I'd say Elijah Moore does because oh no, I'd say actually Sky Moore does. I don't think Elijah Moore really has any upside. Unless on I guess I'd hold Elijah Moore because there's a chance that maybe Mike White becomes the starter all year long. I don't think that's actually going to happen, but I do think that is in the range of outcomes at this point. Like with just how bad Zach Wilson has looked. Gabe Davis dropped a dud for me. Yeah, Gabe Davis shit the bed. At the end of the day, though, we kind of know Gabe Davis is like that. Like Gabe Davis is either going to go off and win you your week or just sink your ship completely. And I think we just understand that going in, and we just play him. Honestly, seems pretty much the same to me. The World Cup does look amazing, though. Yeah, it does. They will be eventually. I think the NFL. I think Amazon, when you watch on Thursday Night Football, is in 4K AC. The Amazon games are in 4K because they look significantly better. If you have good internet, um, they look way better. I don't know if that's. I assume that's purposeful because it looks so good. Michael Carter, James Conner, Brissett or Tannehill, Brissett, Pittman, Ayuk, Garrett Wilson, Ayuk and Garrett Wilson. Who do I start my flex today? Debo. I'm going Debo over all those guys. Gabe burned me on two teams. Yeah, he burned me too. Start one. Josh Kelly. I'm going Ayuk. Murray, Etienne, Chubb, Keenan Allen, flex. Etienne for me. Pacheco or Boyd. Boyd. Miles Sanders or Foreman. Miles Sanders. I hope a couple of my best ball teams get into the big tournament at the end. Have a strong push to win some fat buckaroos at the end of the season. That'd be sick. Um, no, I just actually click off. Um, Anyone but Murray. You don't like Murray this week, man. Why do you not like Murray, Captain Spock? Hot take. Baker Mayfield will be announcing Big 12 games by the age of 30. I don't think that's a hot take. Um, let's see if this is correct. Fuck. Alrighty. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I skipped over a question. Foreman, Mitchell, Montgomery, and Foreman. Aaron Rodgers or Tannehill Rodgers. Keenan Allen over Godwin or McLaurin. I would play Keenan Allen over Godwin. Christian Watson, George Pickens, Garrett Wilson, Watson. Jeff Wilson, Nick Chubb, Kenneth Walker, Chubb and Walker. Oh, no, actually, Jeff Wilson and Walker. Dude, he does suck, but the problem is like they have to give the ball to someone, right? In my opinion, they just got to. Like he has to get the ball, and he's been putting up like 10 points a game when even when Melvin Gordon was there. So like there's got to at least be something. Like he could at least do something in this game, in my opinion. Like I don't think he's a completely awful play. I got to put in my last lineup and then be done with it. Um, Greg Dulcich or Jawan Johnson. Dulcich, Hollywood or Burks. Burks, P. Ryan or Sutton. P. Ryan, Gibby or Michael Carter. Robinson is out today. Gibby. Juju, Metcalf, Sutton, or AJ Brown. I'm going Juju, Metcalf, AJ Brown. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. Aneurysm. Trying to crunch another lineup that like P. Ryan or Najee. I would go. I would go P. Ryan. P. Ryan is a trap, maybe. P. Ryan or White. White. Thanks, Nick. You're the best. Thank you. You're the best. Um, I don't think I think the Carolina defense is good, so I don't think he's a smash play, but I'm playing him. My whole team being hurt is just such a disaster. What team is Melvin Gordon on now? Or did he not get picked? He didn't get picked up, right? Um, yeah, he hasn't been picked up yet. All right. Um, I can only start one. I'm going Watson. P. Ryan or Murray. I'm going P. Ryan. Game script. Godwin or Michael Carter. Godwin. Um, I'm playing Murray. Yeah, that is true. Do I play Fryermuth or take a shot in Greg D? Play Fryermuth, dude. You got to keep starting Fryermuth. Fryermuth is too good to be benched. I'm trying to find another lineup that I like for DFS. Fuck. Shit's about a lock too, and I need one more lineup. Deontay Johnson or Christian Watson or Demarcus Robinson. I'd go No, I'd go Christian Watson. What's up, man? Godwin or Michael Carter? Godwin. All right, all right, all right. I'm just gonna have to guess and put something in. I think I'm just gonna do. No run back. And then lock in Mahomes and Juju. All right. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Pittman or Olave. Olave. Juju, Metcalf, Sutton, or AJ Brown. Thanks. Juju and AJ Brown. Come on, computer. Crunch this shit out faster. Walker or Jeff Wilson? Walker. You know I love Jeff Wilson. All right. Patrick Mahomes. Probably cost me a fortune. Juju or Aaron Jones? I'm gonna go Aaron Jones. Yeah, if you don't like Murray, it's okay. I'm not gonna judge you, man. He might have a shit game. I'm not telling you he's a lock to go crazy. Wilson. Wilson. All right. All right. Everyone make sure you hit the like button on the way out. P. Ryan or Pierce Standard P. Ryan. I hope Godwin blows up today. I need that too. Lazard or Donta at the flex. I'd go Lazard. All right, guys, we have 1 minute left. Under a minute left. Evans or Debo or Palmer, pick 3. Evans, if you need 2, I assume Evans and Debo for me. Play my dad today. We bet losers got to buy lunch. We're competing for first place. Love that. Start Komet or pick up Conklin, Hurts, McBride. Pick up Hurts. All right, I'm just making sure all my lineups are good. As if I don't check this a million times. ETN or White ETN? Has anyone ever accidentally benched their defense instead of starting them? That's happened to me so many times. 20 seconds. 20 seconds until lock. Good luck, everyone. Keenan Allen or Juju? Keenan Godwin or Juju? Juju for me. All right. Let's have a great Sunday, baby. Go Dolphins. Let's ride. It's 1 o'clock. Kyler or Jimmy G? Kyler. All right. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. If you're brand new to BetMGM, make sure you check out the link in the video description. You bet $10 on any World Cup pregame money line. You receive $200 in free bets if there's another goal scored in the World Cup, which is guaranteed to happen. If you check it out, you use the code in the description. It helps me out a ton. And if you're new to BetMGM, it'll help you out a ton, again, because it's $200 for free. So let's go, everyone. Let's have a great time. I love all you guys. Fins up. Go Dolphins. It's crazy that's 10 a.m. in Cali. It's so weird. It must be weird watching in different other than like the East Coast. Love you guys. Bye bye.